Hey guys, here's a quick recap of the last month of my life. It's been an amazing month. I've wanted to go sailing for years and it's finally happening. All in the past month, I have found a boat, got an offer accepted, actually learned how to sail, took some sailing lessons. I got the boat hauled out and surveyed, and we've closed on our purchase. Cha-ching, the boat is finally mine. So I wanted to double back and put all of this stuff into one video so you guys can kind of see the process of buying a sailboat. I learned a lot, and I hope you learned something too. Thanks for watching. Hey, we're live. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. We're with the boy, the Alex Propson. We're moving slow. We had a big night last night. We had a lot of fun reconnecting, and maybe a little bit too much partying, I think. So we're leaving Alex's apartment. We're going to look at 3 boats. The one I was really excited about, a Tazewell 49, just went under contract, so a little bummed, but going to look at a couple Beneteaus and a Bavaria. So a lot of promise. I'm mostly excited about this Beneteau, dude. It's got 4 cabins. All right, so spoiler alert, we got the 1994 Beneteau 510. I've looked at several boats in person and thousands online. When I saw this boat and heard the price, I knew that this was the boat for me. Listed at $99,000. It's 51 feet of boat, 4 cabins, and an additional crew cabin up forward and 4 heads, which we'll talk about later. Cosmetically not in great shape. Like, it doesn't have a sail cover, needs a new dinghy. The windlass needs to be fixed. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. The boat shows age. I'd be the 3rd owner, and the first owner was Charter Fleet. It was in the moorings charter fleet down in the Caribbean, so it's seen some use. This is the additional crew cabin up forward, where you would stay if you're crew and you're chartering the boat, but I don't think I need it. I'm gonna make this a huge technical space. I got really excited about that, actually. You see that hatch is broken, but I can have like dive gear up there, my water maker maybe. I'll have room to install a lot of upgrades. There's just so much space on this deck, and so the things that needed to be replaced, I think, was reflected in the price. Love this back cockpit. Oh my god, aft cockpit I should say. It's massive. I really want to share this sailing experience with friends and family, and so big salon, big cockpit, lots of bedrooms, lots of cabins. That was important to me. I was prioritizing that. So as you can see, amazing layout here. I think that I can make this space look really, really good. I love that it's got a classic feel to it, and I love that the way that the galley and the salon come together. I feel like it'd be really good for entertaining and hosting. The boat is set up for solar. It's got some controllers on there. I'm probably going to beef them up. I'm going to have someone try to help me and figure out what I can keep, what needs to go. This is going to be my cabin up here, starboard forward. The cabins up front have a lot of space, a lot more space in the back, but the heads up forward are so tiny. So I'm gonna get rid of those and probably put like laundry in there and just extra storage, because you can never have enough storage on a sailboat. This is the 2nd cabin, the primary cabin. I should say VIP cabin, I guess you call it. Yeah, love this boat. There's lots of issues. We'll talk about that here soon, because right after this we'll go to survey. Another broken hatch, the stuff, the tickets, the dollar signs. I've been told it could be $1,000 to replace a freaking hatch. So refrigerator's broken, refrigerator's got to be fixed. Freezer's working though. And then you have these 2 identical cabins in the back. One with just the ensuite head to the right there. And then you have this last final cabin, starboard aft, and that is going to be the day head. So this head I'll put an electric toilet in and, you know, make it really nice, decorate it. That'll be the communal head when I get rid of the other 2. Let's get into it. So it's a week later and we have an offer accepted on the boat. We're ratified at $89,000. This is Don. He's the first person who I see on the boat a week later. It's time to do the survey. This is Randy. Randy is the surveyor that I hired to tell me everything that's wrong with the boat. I have never bought a sailboat before, but everyone told me, get a survey and make sure you're there for it. Where it's Don's job to make me fall in love with the boat and help convince me to buy it, Randy's job is to just tell me everything that's wrong with the boat. He's unbiased. He gets paid whether or not I buy the boat. Randy wasted no time, and it's clear that he's very thorough and honest. I can't recommend him enough. He took me through the entire boat. exterior and interior, and tore everything apart. He not only showed me what was wrong, he gave me recommendations on how to fix it, and he gave me a few contacts of people in the area that could help me. I can't recommend a surveyor enough. Don't go in blind. I'm going to save you guys the long footage from the in-water survey, but basically there's a lot of little things wrong, nothing that really scared me away. If you would like to see the full survey, as well as Randy's recommendations for us and what his opinion of the value is as the boat stands, all of that's going to be on my website, so there's a link to that in the description of this video.
Once the survey's done, I head back to Charleston. The engine had an issue with its fuel injectors that needed to be fixed before we could do a sea trial and haul the boat out to inspect the bottom. Feeling confident that everything would work out, I wanted to keep moving forward. I've just sold the last of my real estate and it's time to get rid of my stuff. There's simply no room for it all on a sailboat. Whenever I'm downsizing, it always blows my mind how much crap I've accumulated that I simply don't need. The next piece in preparation was learning how to sail. Wait a minute, I know what you're thinking. This idiot is buying a 51-foot sailboat and he doesn't fully know how to sail? How the heck was he on a show called Below Deck Sailing Yacht? Well, you're right, I am an idiot. Moving forward, this is Captain Kathleen. She's a total badass and an amazing human being. She grew up sailing and her family's filled with sailing legends. Safe to say, she knows her stuff. She took me out on her boat Mental Healing, and we covered everything from prepping for departure to raising the sails, to actually doing the damn thing. We practiced tacking and jibing. I love that feeling when the sail catches air and the boat thrusts forward. And I even love cranking this winch handle, but I'm sure that'll wear off. After practicing some anchoring and bringing her in, we called it a day. The next day, winds were high, and Kath decided to turn the pressure on a bit. Instead of walking me through things, she would pick a destination around the harbor and I would have to figure out how to sail us there. It was tough at first, but I found this so helpful because it forced me to really think through things. And wouldn't you know it, I was feeling confident by the end of the day. Feeling confident, I figured I'd practice launching my drone from the boat while under sail. Heck, I'm a full-time YouTuber now, and I've flown the drone before. Wrong. About 10 seconds after the drone launched, we reached maximum flight distance, and the drone wouldn't fly towards us. What we then basically had was a man overboard drill, because we had to turn the boat around 180 degrees and sail to the drone before it landed in the water. When I finally reached up and grabbed the drone, I flipped it over. Normally it shuts off, but not this time. I ended up slicing my fingertips up pretty good. Yeah, that sucks.
Apparently people wear gloves when they do this thing. After I bandaged my ugly finger up, we took a moment to drift past the USS Yorktown, and Kath gave me a quick rundown on navionics. Oh yeah, peep the Parlay Revival hat, by the way. Shout out to Colin. We then ran over some boat maintenance and said our goodbyes for now. If you're anywhere near Charleston and you need to get out on the water, hit up the homegirl. After a quick trip to New York for Watch What Happens Live, the boat was ready for sea trial. Captain Pablo showed up to take us down the river in Miami. The busy waterways of Miami are always fun to see, but today I'm nervous. At this point, I really want the boat, and I'm nervous there will be blisters or delamination on the bottom. With money and time invested, I really don't want to find something that kills the deal. Randy's back, and he's immediately tapping away with his sounding hammer. He's looking for soft spots to make sure there's no delamination or water intrusion. Most everything looks fine, but we did find a small area in the keel that needs to be grinded back and redone. We also found a serious cut in the prop shaft, meaning it will need to be replaced. And the prop is missing a sacrificial zinc on the end of it, so it's discolored and apparently it needs to be replaced too. The keel is solid though, and so is the rudder, so I'm a damn happy man. We can drop the boat back in the water and drive her back. If you're wondering how much all this process cost, here's a breakdown for you.
Look, I'm really excited. Today was a great day. There was nothing catastrophic wrong under the waterline, just issues that are reasonably easy to fix and not too expensive and to be expected. So now all we have to do is wait for the written survey and the oil samples to come in tomorrow or Monday, and negotiate over the weekend. It's Thursday today, by the way. Negotiate, see if we can get some money knocked off of the price of this boat to compensate us for the things that we found wrong. I already think it's a good deal if we bought it at $89, but I think we can get it closer to $80 just to give me a little bit more room. And yeah, I'm really excited. This is the boat. Like, I think it's gonna work. And in a couple days, a 6-year dream of buying a sailboat it's happening. And now all this crazy amount of work that I have to do to make Zulu Warrior become Grace and become this beautiful boat that's capable of crossing oceans, and this learning curve that I have in front of me, which is so steep. It's daunting, but it begins in a few days, and I'm just so excited to get started. Yeah, next time you see me, we'll be on the boat. Thank you guys so much.